The Leyendas are managed by Andy Brooks, Zach Dexy, pitching coach, Chad Martin, bench coach, Ross Burton, and athletic trainer Mike Smith. Fans, at this time we ask you to please rise and direct your attention behind home plate for the singing of our national anthem. Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Angela Holtz. By the dawn's early night, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous time, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly free, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Whitaker Bank Ballpark. This is the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. Hello again, everybody, and a pleasant Sunday evening to you all. Andrew Murphy on the mic. Thanks for tuning in to Legends versus Las Leyendas on PrepSpin and the Legends Broadcast Network. Last night, 12-5 was the score in favor of Las Leyendas. They opened up the scoring early in the second, put a one spot on the board, one spot in the third inning, and then broke out the bats completely with a 4 spot in the fourth, a 5 spot in the fifth, and that pretty much secured their win, although the Lexington Legends did put up a 1 spot in the seventh and a 4 spot in the eighth, so they didn't go down without a fight. But nevertheless, most of the game, the Legends just couldn't get the bats rolling. And so we move on with Legends and Las Leyendas at 1 game apiece in this 3-game series in the battle of the two home teams. And tonight, we'll get your lineups here first for the visiting Lexington Legends. Leading off and playing center field is Ben Revere. Ivan DeJesus at first. He bats second. Batting third, the right fielder Matt Whitaker. Batting fourth, the second baseman Brandon Phillips. Batting fifth, the third baseman Drew Ellis. Batting sixth, the left fielder Nick Aikens. Batting seventh, the designated hitter John Sansone. Batting eighth and handling the catching duties is Dalton Kornet. Devin Harrison bats ninth and is at shortstop. Looking around the field for Las Leyendas, from left to right in the outfield, Mike Millian in left, Colin Luty in center, Sam Little in right field. Around the horn in the infield, Luke Heyer at third base, Webb Little at shortstop, Luke Becker at second base, and Jorge Pasquale at first. Coltac handles the duties behind the plate for his pitcher, Aaron McGeorge. Aaron McGeorge, 5'11", 170 pounds, the righty. He's a native of Lexington. He attended the University of Kentucky.
79 baseball degrees out here in Whitaker Bank Ballpark.
79 degrees. Pretty decent day on hand. We had some heavy rain earlier. We had to pull the tarp out. But of course, we are ready for first pitch here in Lexington. Ben Revere leading things off, the lefty. Sets up in the box. McGeorge from straight away fires the first pitch. 5:21 p.m. on the dot. It's a called strike one on an inside fastball. Revere, one of a few major leaguers on this Legends roster, takes a called strike two on a breaker down low. Last night, Revere went 1 for 4, as he takes one outside. One just misses in the red for ball one. Revere, as I said, went 1 for 4. He walked and struck out. McGeorge with the 1-2. This is lifted high in the air to right field. And that is out of here, off the roof of the Pepsi party deck. Ben Revere begins things with a bang. Legends are up 1-0.
So home run for number 12, Ben Revere.
So the fireworks start early, courtesy of a solo shot by the center fielder, Ben Revere. And here's Ivan De Jesus. Had a couple of big home runs in last night's game, both hit by Coltac, who was in the designated hitter spot for Las Leyendas, as there's a called strike on a breaking ball to the outside, 0-1 to De Jesus. De Jesus, one of 2 former Cincinnati Reds, along with his Legends teammate Brandon Phillips, lifts this one high in the air to center field. Ludi sets up shop in left center and makes the catch for out number 1. Our score is 1-0 Legends here in the top of the first. De Jesus flied out to center field, and Revere led things off with a home run to right. Here's Matt Whitaker, the right fielder. Whitaker had a pair of singles last night, went 2 for 5, and also got a board on a fielder's choice. McGeorge with the first pitch. Off speed, nicks the outside corner, but misses the zone. 1 ball and no strikes to Whitaker. Whitaker, the Walnut Creek, California native, attended Stanford University. 1-0 is hard hit. A grounder bounces out of the glove of Pasquale, but he picks it up and tosses it to the covering McGeorge for out number 2. Great defensive awareness there by McGeorge. Has had Pasquale fielded that ball cleanly. McGeorge probably wouldn't have needed to cover, but he did anyway, and that's why they record the 3-1 put out for out number 2. So De Jesus out on a fly ball, Whitaker out on a 3-1 put out, and that brings up Brandon Phillips, the man everybody's been talking about this week. Phillips had a walk-off homer Thursday night. He hit 2 home runs on Friday night, rather. And he skies this one high in the air to left center field. Ludi going back to the track. And it bounces off the wall. No home run, but certainly at least a double. The throw into the cutoff. Phillips rounds the bag, but he'll stay put there. And so it's a 2-out double for Brandon Phillips. That ball was smoked. I was almost sure that was going to be a home run. We've seen the long ball 3 times this top of the first, one of which was a solo shot by the center fielder Revere. And following Phillips at the dish is the third baseman Ellis. McGeorge deals. Breaking ball, nicked the inside corner. Nice paint job there by McGeorge, 0-1. Ellis, the right-handed hitter, facing the righty McGeorge. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing on another one inside, but it missed the zone a touch. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. 2 gone, Brandon Phillips on second base, and our score is 1-0 Legends here in the top of the first. Ellis in an upright stance in towards the plate, the 1-1. This is lifted high in the air to center field. Ludi going back near the track. He watches it drop in front of him. Phillips will come around to score, and here's a throw into the cutoff man at shortstop. It goes way over his head, and there's two doubles in a row. This one's by Drew Ellis. So Legends up 2-0 now as Brandon Phillips comes in to score from that Ellis double, and Nick Aikens takes his place in the box. Legends are coming out of the gate hot this evening. So we've seen 4 well-hit fly balls already. That's what taking the momentum early is all about, stringing together opportunities. As the first pitch makes Aikens dance on the inside, 1 ball, no strikes. 2-0 our score. Legends over Las Leyendas here in the top of the first. Ellis on second base, the 1-0. Curveball misses down and away. Runs a count to 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on. That's tipped off of the right hip of Aikens. Walks that off down the third base line. Legends donned in their home white uniforms with the blue lettering across the chest and the blue LEX insignia helmets with matching caps as well. Las Leyendas in the gray uniforms with the sugar skull caps. The 2-1 is taken inside for a ball. 3 balls and a strike now to Aikens. Aikens in last night's game wore the collar. He went 0 for 4 with a run, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Comes into tonight's game batting 182, the 3-1. And there's a 5-pitch walk on an outside fastball to Nick Aikens. First walk of the night for Aaron McGeorge. He's already given up 2 runs and 3 hits, including a home run to lead things off by the center fielder Revere. Following Aikens in the box is John Sansone, the designated hitter. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch. Fastball outside. Taken for a ball, 1-0. Sansone pinch hit for Sam Claycamp in last night's game. He went 0 for 1. 14 plate appearances this season. He's scored 2 runs. He's racked up 2 hits, and he skies this one high in the air to left field. Shortstop Little setting up, and he reaches behind him but makes a one-hand grab to retire the side. Legends strike early with 2 runs. They lead Las Leyendas heading into the bottom half of the first. Becker, large, and caught him up to bat when baseball returns on Prep Spin and the Legends Broadcast Network. Legends just took an early 2-0 lead over Las Leyendas as we roll into the bottom of the first inning, and leading things off for the men in gray today is Luke Becker. He's at second base. Here's the first pitch from Clinton Holland, the right-hander. More on him in a minute. The first pitch, 90 miles an hour, right out of the gate. A heater, misses on the outside, however. 1 ball, no strikes. Hey, George. This time strikes with a bender. Painted the back door. Evens up the count at 1-1. Holland stands at 6'1", 230 pounds. He's from Lexington. He's from Versailles, rather. Check swing. Definitely went around on that low fastball. The count runs 1 ball, 2 strikes. Holland is from Versailles, Kentucky. He attended Woodford County High School. He was the second-round pick by the Toronto Blue Jays in the 2013 MLB draft. The 1-2. Swung on and chopped foul down the first base line. 1-2 tango up again. Becker leads things off for Las Leyendas. Cullen Large follows him as the designated hitter. The catcher, Coltac, bats third. Luke Heyer, the third baseman, bats fourth. In right field and batting fifth is Sam Little. The 1-2 pitch, a called strike 3 on the outside edge. Becker is sat down. First strikeout on the night for Clinton Holland. Webb Little at shortstop bats sixth. Mike Millian, playing in left field this evening, bats seventh. Jorge Pasquale batting eighth and playing first base. And rounding out the order in the ninth spot is center fielder Colin Ludi. That's Las Leyendas batting order. 1 gone, nobody on. Here's Cullen Large, the DH. This is roped right into the glove of Phillips on a hop, and he turns around and throws to first for out number 2. So a looking strikeout and a 4-3 putout. 2 quick outs made by the Legends defense as Coltac, the catcher, makes his way up to the plate. From left to right in the outfield for the Lexington Legends, Aikens in left, Revere in center, Whitaker in right. Around the horn, Ellis at third, Hairston at shortstop, Phillips at second, and DeJesus at first. Kornet behind the dish, and Holland is on the hill. And he kicks back, kicks up, and fires the first pitch. A swing and a miss at a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, low, 0-1. Coltac, University of Kentucky native, in last night's game, had an excellent night. 3 for 4 with 3 runs, 7 RBIs. He takes a breaker low and outside, evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 home runs for Coltac last night, including 1 grand slam down the right field line. Righty readies up. McGeorge from straight away. Kornet set up low and outside, and the 1-1 is roped. And a bounce into the glove of Harrison. A long throw over to first. Leyendas go down 1-2-3. And they still trail the Legends 2-0 after 1. Top of the second coming your way with Dalton Kornet, Devin Hairston, and Ben Revere. Baseball back in a few moments right here on Prep Spin and the Legends Broadcast Network. Back inside Whitaker Bank Ballpark, Andrew Murphy with you on the mic. Legends leading Las Leyendas 2-0 as we head into the top of the second inning. Dalton Kornet leads things off. Kornet handling the catching duties this evening for the Legends. As McGeorge fires a first pitch breaking ball low and outside for ball one. McGeorge from straight away with the 1-0. That one bounces away from the catcher. Runs the count 2 balls and no strikes. A trusty bat boy out to retrieve that one from along the backstop. And play resumes as McGeorge has one he likes and he fires. There's a high fastball, 3 straight balls in a row to Kornet. Kornet 2 for 5 last night with a run and 2 RBIs, batting .281 in 66 plate appearances. The 3-0, nice get-me-over fastball on the back door to the lefty Kornet. 3 balls and a strike. Infield playing straight away, outfield the same. The 3-1. There's ball 4. Tried to double up on that inside fastball, but missed. And so it's a 5-pitch walk to Dalton Kornet to lead things off here in the top of the second.
The shortstop, number 1, Devin Harrison.
So with Dalton Kornet on first, the shortstop Devin Hairston sets up in the box on the right side. McGeorge from the stretch with the first pitch. It's a breaker that runs outside for ball 1. Devin Hairston, the Lexington native, played in last night's game. He went 2 for 4 with 2 singles and a strikeout. The 1-0 offering from McGeorge is roped into left center field. That'll get down for short. Kornet rounding second. Million picks it up in left as Hairston makes his way to second, and he's in there safely standing up with nobody out here in the top of the second. 2 runners in scoring position on a great piece of hitting by the shortstop Hairston.
Back to the plate for the Legends, the center fielder, number 12, Revere.
That's the 3rd double hit by the Legends tonight. We're only in the top of the second inning. And as the Legends lead 2-0, here's Ben Revere at the top of the order, hoping to make some magic happen again as he did early in the first with a leadoff solo shot to right. The first delivery to him is a breaking ball that misses down and away for ball 1. Kornet on third, Hairston on second, the lefty Revere at the plate. McGeorge, the righty, has a direct line to third base, and he fires the 1-0. It's an off-speed, little break on that misses down and in. 2 balls and no strikes to Revere. Revere, the lefty, wielding the bat above his left shoulder. Open stance and the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Took a hack at that one early. It was an off-speed inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. McGeorge has been working with that off-speed pitch his whole time on the mound so far, and it worked right there. 2-1 offering. Swing and a miss. A breaker outside this time. Revere looking at an even 2-2 count. As he looks up, hoisting the bat above himself. Now a couple of low and slow swings as McGeorge, still in talks with his catcher, caught him on what to throw. They agree and he deals. 2-2 is grounded sharply, foul down the first base line. Rolls into Las Leyendas bullpen where somebody's warming up. Grab my trusty binoculars here. 2-2 count on Revere. McGeorge taking his time, dictating the pace of this at-bat. He comes set. Glove at his chest. Kicks and fires. Changeup misses well outside, and the count is full at 3-2. Sam Burton, the righty, is warming up in the bullpen down the right field line for Las Leyendas. Full count, the payoff pitch. Tried to hang a curveball but missed upstairs, and that walk to Ben Revere loads up the bases. Quick meeting being held on the pitcher's mound. We'd like to remind you of our weekly promotions happening here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Wednesdays are 25-cent hot dogs, sponsored by Kentucky Coal Association. Put off doing laundry for one more day and put those quarters to better use by coming out to the ballpark and grabbing a hot dog or 4. Hot dogs are 25 cents all game long, thanks to our good friends at Kentucky Coal Association. Meeting adjourned, play will resume, and here's Ivan De Jesus. Ivan De Jesus following that Ben Revere walk to load up the bases. Legends have the upper hand on Las Leyendas, 2-0 here in the top of the second. And the first offering from McGeorge, an off speed to the righty. Nicks the outside corner for strike one. McGeorge readies up. Now the 0-1. This is lifted to right center field. It's trailing near the track. One run will be waved in. Another's going to be waved in as Sam Little picks it up, guns it into the cutoff, and a third run scores. It's a 3 RBI double for Ivan De Jesus Jr. And now another meeting on the mound. This will certainly be the end of McGeorge here in the second. We're going to take a quick break, get some new info on the pitcher. Don't go away. Legends lead at 5-0 early here in the top of the second. Legends lead at 5-0 over Las Leyendas early here in the top of the second. Tough start for Aaron McGeorge, who only recorded one full inning of work. Gave up 5 hits, all 5 runs that the Legends have scored have been earned by McGeorge. He walked 2 batters and struck out 0. And as Matt Whitaker makes his way into the box, new pitcher on the mound for Las Leyendas. That's Sam Burton, the righty, out of Pikeville, Kentucky. 6'4", 235 pounds. Last played for the York Revolution in the Atlantic League. The first pitch is an off-speed taken inside for a ball, 1-0. Runner in scoring position in Ivan De Jesus. He had a great hit to right center field that brought in 3 runs. So he's contributed to the bulk of the Legends offense so far today as the 1-0 pitch finds the zone on the outside edge. Even count at 1-1 to Matt Whitaker. Whitaker is 0 for 1 this evening. He grounded into a 3-1 putout his first time up in the top of the first inning. The 1-1. Breaker misses just a touch low, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Left side of the infield playing in, right side on the fringe of right field. 2 balls and a strike. Burton comes set, glove at the waist, and fires. 2-1 is a rip-roaring ground ball right into the glove of Pasquale. Easy out as he steps on the bag for out number 1. Advancing to third was Ivan De Jesus on the fielder's choice. So a 3 unassisted is the official scoring on that play, and De Jesus is 90 feet away from scoring run number 6 for the Legends. Here's Brandon Phillips at second base this evening for the Legends. Phillips clobbered a double to the left center field wall his first time up, and he clobbers another one, this time deep to left field, and that hits the bleachers. Touch them all, Brandon Phillips. It's a 2-run shot. Brandon Phillips touches home for the second time in this game, and that makes things 7-0 Legends here in the top of the second. Woo-wee! That guy can play a little baseball, as it turns out. 16-year Major League veteran Brandon Phillips, folks. Doesn't get any better than that. 1 away, nobody on, and here's the first pitch to Ellis. It's a strike on the outside. It's Brandon Phillips' 4th home run this week, as the 0-1 is taken outside for a ball. One's all across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away. Phillips has just been an absolute joy to watch this week. He arrived on Wednesday and has done nothing but great things as the 1-1 misses down and away. Ball 2. Ellis, the righty at the plate. 1 for 1, had an RBI double back in the first to drive in Phillips, and he fouls this one back. Sun is shining amongst several patches of clouds here in the Bluegrass State. It's a bit humid out, more so than the last couple days. It's 79 degrees. A fastball, 88 miles an hour, misses on the inside and fills up the count at 3-2. Infield playing straight away, outfield as well. The payoff pitch. This is lifted high in the air, a skyscraper, trailing towards foul territory, and it drops into the stands. Seven nothing Legends. They have scored 4 runs, 5 runs rather, here in the top of the second. 3 of them on a double by Ivan De Jesus, and 2 more on a home run by Brandon Phillips. This one is smacked high in the air to right field, and it drops into the party porch in right field. Party Porch is a popular spot at Whitaker Bank Ballpark, especially during Thirsty Thursdays, presented by Lexington Brewing and Distilling Company. Get your beer here dirt cheap thanks to the outstanding folks at Lexington Brewing and Distilling Company. All domestic cans are $2, and Kentucky Ale products are $3. Available every Thursday night at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. And Ellis is beamed in the elbow, and he's a little banged up there. He's squatted down over the plate. And it looks like Mike Smith, the athletic trainer, is waved off. But he's going to walk along the first base line with Ellis just to make sure he's all right. It's a tough spot to get hit in. Ever bang your elbow on a wall or a table or something? Imagine getting hit with a fastball. Not an easy thing to shake off, but Ellis does as he strolls into first base. Mike Smith taking a closer look. That'll give Burton and Cottom some time to discuss their game plan, potentially joke around with Bob Power in the field today. Manny Gonzalez is calling the balls and strikes. I said Bob Power out of the field. So it looks as though Drew Ellis will head back to the Legends dugout and we'll get a pinch runner for the Legends. And that looks like number 24, that's Austin Newman. Yeah, the infielder Austin Newman. Austin Newman hasn't stolen a base all season. He appeared in last night's game as a pinch hitter, going 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Speaking of walks, a man who was walked his last time up, Nick Aikens, standing upright on the right side. Another skyscraper, foul ball, trailing up and over the rooftop here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark, 0-1. So Drew Ellis was hit by a pitch on the elbow and was replaced along the base paths by Austin Newman. 0-1. Aikens thought about going around, but pulled back on that called strike 2. It's a breaker to the outside. One gone, 7-0 Legends here in the top of the second. Burton deals. There's a fastball, a throw down to first as Newman slid in safely. Great read of Cottom's speedy pop time there by Newman. Get back and save the Legends a runner with only one away. And the 0-2 is a ball on the outside. Aikens taking his time to adjust himself properly on the right side. Quite an upright stance from Aikens in the 1-2. Swing and a miss. A foul tip, rather, into the glove of Cottom. And Aikens strikes out swinging here in the top of the second. That's the first strikeout on the night for Sam Burton. First strikeout for a Leyendas pitcher this evening. As I mentioned earlier, Aaron McGeorge had some trouble with his start. Only one inning of work, 5 hits, 5 runs, all of which were earned. He walked 2 batters and struck out 0. This one is lifted deep in the air to center field. Ludi coming in on it, makes the grab, and the side is retired. Big offensive inning for the Legends. They put 5 more on the board. Ivan DeJesus drove in 3, and Brandon Phillips with a shot to left drove in 2. They lead Las Leyendas 7-0, and we're going to have a lot of work cut out for them to try and come back here in the bottom of the second. Luke Heyer, Sam Little, and Webb Little up to bat for them when baseball returns on the Legends Broadcast Network and PrepSpin.com. Luke Heyer will lead things off for Las Leyendas as they trail the Legends heftily at 7-0. First pitch to him is a fastball inside. Misses the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Clinton Holland still on the mound. It was an easy first inning for him. Las Leyendas went down 1-2-3. This is skied. Foul down the right field line. Well over the stables here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. As I was saying, Las Leyendas went down 1-2-3. Luke Becker struck out looking to lead things off, and then Cullen Large and Cole Cottom grounded into putouts. 1-1 pitch is high. Tried to hang a curveball there, but missed. 2 balls and a strike to Heyer. Heyer, the righty. Slight stagger in his stance. The 2-1 from Holland. That one's well over the reaching glove of the catcher, Kornet. Goes back to the backstop. 3 balls and a strike. Luke Heyer, 8th round pick by the Dodgers in 2018. He's a former UK Wildcat. He and his teammate Luke, his Legends teammate and former Kentucky teammate Luke Becker were both drafted in 2018. 3 balls and a strike. Holland offers. There's a called fastball on the outside corner. Full count, 3-2. Big gap up the middle of the infield. Holland with the payoff. This is lifted in the air, foul down the third baseline and over the rooftop. Luke Heyer had a stellar career as a Wildcat at UK. Triple line slash 327, 418, 643. Excellent numbers there. Hit 21 homers, drove in 69. He was a regular starter that came to UK after a premium hitting performance in junior college. And he looks at a 3-2 count after fouling that last one off. Holland kicks and fires. There's called strike 3. Heyer thought it would have been ball 4 and was headed down the first base line. Manny Gonzalez said no, sir, and sits him down. So 1 gone here in the bottom of the second. Second strikeout for Clinton Holland. He's faring pretty well so far. He's got the velocity up. His control's good. He's moving his pitches all around the strike zone nicely. The first pitch, fastball. This is a touch low for ball 1 to Sam Little. Sam Little in right field tonight for Las Leyendas in the 1-0. Another fastball. He's trying real hard for that lower third. And the count moves to 2-0. Sam Little played in last night's game. He went 1 for 3, scoring a run, hit an RBI double, walked, and struck out. He, of course, is the twin brother of his Legends teammate, Webb Little, who's on deck now. One skied the other way, trailing toward the track in left field. Aikens with a back pedal and a catch near the wall for out number 2. Great read on that one by Aikens in left. And so here's Webb Little, twin brother of Sam, who just flied out. Legends leading Las Leyendas 7-0 here in the bottom of the second. Holland working from the windup. Now the pitch. There's a rip-roaring ground ball. It's blocked by Holland. He picks it up, spins, and softly throws it to first for out number 3. Las Leyendas go down 1-2-3 for the second inning in a row, and they trail the Legends 7-0. Legends back up to bat in the top of the third with Dalton Kornet, Devin Hairston, and Ben Revere when baseball returns in just a few moments. Legends lead Las Leyendas 7-0 as the first pitch to the leadoff man. Dalton Kornet misses inside for a ball, 1-0. Sam Burton still on the mound for Las Leyendas. He replaced Aaron McGeorge, who had a shaky start to things. The 1-0 is hammered, a line drive, just fouled down the right field line. That thing was pulled hard. Kornet led things off back in the top of the second with a walk. There's a check swing on a high off-speed pitch. Didn't go around and then missed the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, the 2-1 misses the zone again. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Second baseman Luke Becker playing in shallow right field. Somewhat of a shift being put on the lefty Kornet. There's a grounder the other way. It's gets through the glove of Hire at third base. And that's a leadoff error to put Dalton Kornet aboard. So Hire came in and lazily reached down for the ball, but just skipped under his glove. It's a decently hit ground ball with okay velocity on it, but not a tough grab by any means. Infield at double play depth now. Let's see if they can make up for it as Devin Harrison steps up to the plate. The first pitch to him, a fastball inside. Did a little dance there. 1 ball, no strikes. Hairston doubled his first time up in the second and scored on the Ivan De Jesus 3 RBI double. 1-0. This is hammered deep to left field. Million going back, and he watches that one soar. It's a home run. Put 2 more on the board, courtesy of the Lexington native Devin Hairston. The Legends now leading things 9-0 here in the top of the third. The bats are hot today, and we can feel it all the way up here in the press box. My goodness. And speaking of home runs, here's a man who hit one to lead things off. That's the center fielder, Ben Revere. He takes a first pitch breaker on the inside for a ball, 1-0. Nine nothing Legends. Extremely early in this game. We're still in the top of the third as Revere takes a strike on the outside. Revere homered his first time up. That was in the first. He walked and came home on the De Jesus RBI double. Here's a skyscraper. Trailing toward shallow center field. Ludi coming in on it. It drops right in front of him. And so that's definitely an error on the center fielder Ludi, and Revere is aboard at first. That's the second error committed by Las Leyendas defense here in the top of the third. No other errors have been committed in this game. He must have lost that one in the sun, though. Makes sense as it's pointed in the direction of center field. There's a first pitch strike to Ivan De Jesus, who's contributed greatly to this Legends offensive run here in this game. He takes a pitch outside for a strike. The count quickly 0-2. Fastball misses high. Near De Jesus' head. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. Nothing at 2. Pitch on 1-2 rather. Pitch on the way. It's outside. Breaking ball. DeJesus flied out to center his first time up, and of course, as I've mentioned before, he hit a double that drove in 3 runs. And he was driven home on a Brandon Phillips home run. That all happened back in the second. Fastball well outside, and Burton fills up the count there at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Still nobody out here in the top of the third. Got a man on first in Ben Revere. 9-0 Legends. This is hammered deep to left field, and the home run parade continues. Ivan DeJesus with a 3-run double back in the second. And now a 2-run shot here in the third extends the Legends lead to 11-0. Las Leyendas have some work to do, and we'll take a break as there's going to be a pitching change for Las Leyendas. Don't go anywhere. 11-0 Legends here in the top of the third. New pitcher on the mound for Las Leyendas. That's the righty Zach Hurley. Hurley faces Matt Whitaker as his first matchup. First pitch to him. There's an off-speed. Finds the zone down the middle. No balls and a strike. 2 home runs have been hit this inning by Legends players. Devin Hairston with a 2-run homer earlier, and Ivan DeJesus just cleared the bases with a 2-run shot as well. So Matt Whitaker at the plate with nobody on and nobody out. He tried to golf that one and missed. Quickly 0-2 to the right fielder. Whitaker wearing the collar so far this evening. Grounded into a 3-1 put out in the first and grounded into an unassisted play at first base in the second. 0-2 pitch. That's a worm killer. Breaker missed in the dirt. And the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hurley, 24 years old, a native of London, Kentucky, about 45 minutes to an hour south of Lexington. He attended North Laurel High School and the University of the Cumberlands. He's got that front foot forward, and there's a beanball on the right ankle as Whitaker bangs the dirt in front of him, likely in pain. And so not the best first matchup for Zach Hurley. Sam Burton left this game, having given up 6 runs, all of which were earned. Gave up 4 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. So both Aaron McGeorge and Sam Burton's efforts being thwarted by an absolutely fiery Legends offense. Very early in this game. 4 home runs have been hit in total, and we're not even through the 3rd inning. Here's that dude, BP. Brandon Phillips takes a pitch inside for a strike, 0-1. Phillips has scored twice tonight. He doubled and scored in the first, and he hit a 2-run shot back in the second. Here's a skyscraper, infield territory. Third baseman Heyer waves Little off and makes the catch for out number 1. So Phillips pops out, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Drew Ellis. No, Austin Newman. Drew Ellis was hit by a pitch on the elbow his last time up, and so Austin Newman will take his spot. And the first pitch is a called strike, 87 miles an hour for a fastball. Ellis had a double earlier in the game. It was in the first to drive in Brandon Phillips. Hurley from the stretch. This is fouled back to the net. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 away. 11-0 is our score. Legends lead Las Leyendas. What a towering lead early in this game. It's a comfortable 80 degrees, decent crowd on hand this Sunday evening. 0-2 to Newman, and he takes one high for a ball. Newman batting extremely close into the plate. Swings and misses at an outside off speed, and he's retired on swinging strikes. There's the first strikeout on the night for Zach Hurley. It's the second total strikeout that a Leyendas pitcher has dealt to a Legends batter this evening. And the last one was dealt to this man right here, Nick Aikens, the left fielder, struck out swinging his last time up. And he was walked back in the first. Takes a first pitch strike on an off speed to the outside corner, 0-1. Aikens, the righty, also batting in towards the plate, straightaway stance. The 0-1 does a little dance there as that one is inside. Same pitch, opposite location. Hurley going outside and inside on those off speeds. Change-ups likely. Ball and a strike with a man on and 2 out the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice fastball outside there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Great pitching sequence on this at-bat so far for this matchup, I should say, for Zach Hurley, the righty. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Aikens wielding the bat. There's a fastball. Tried to go out with it again, but lost control. Got him reach to his right to grab it, and the count evens up. 2s all across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 gone. Matt Whitaker, Matt Whitaker on first base. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the outside fastball. That's the strikeout pitch he wanted. And the Legends are finally put to rest this inning. They put 4 more runs on the board, 2 home runs, 1 by Hairston and 1 by Ivan De Jesus, and they tower over Las Leyendas 11-0. Bottom of the third coming your way with Mike Millian, Jorge Pasquale, and Colin Ludy when baseball returns on the Legends Broadcast Network. Clinton Holland still on the mound for the Legends, who lead Las Leyendas 11-0 as we roll into the bottom of the third. Mike Millian, the left fielder, leading things off. Holland with the first offering, a swing and a miss at a blazer right down Main Street, 0-1. This is Mike Millian's first plate appearance on the night, as Las Leyendas have been sat down in order for the past 2 innings. And a check swing on a breaking ball. He did go around, and the count moves quickly to 0-2. Las Leyendas have a lot of work to do to catch up to this 11-0 lead the Legends have over them. Holland, the windup and the pitch. Fastball just misses on the outside, 90 miles an hour there. Holland's been keeping the velocity pretty consistent at 90 miles an hour. And he's exhibited great control on his fastball for the most part. His off-speed has been working well. His breaker rather. Curveball, to be specific. And here is a hard-hit chopper directly to Harrison at short. And he makes a high throw, but it's caught by DeJesus at first. 1 away. Mispronounced Hairston there. That's an easy slip. It sounds so much like Harrison, but it is indeed Hairston. Hairston. The Lexington native retires the leadoff man in the bottom of the third, Mike Millian, and that brings up Jorge Pasquale, the first baseman. Pasquale, the righty, straightaway stance. Holland kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball to the outside. 0-1. Looked like a slider there. Big gap up the middle. Hairston's playing a little to his right. Both he and Phillips at second base are playing on the fringe of the outfield. 0-1 with 1 away to Jorge Pasquale, and he takes a called strike 2. 91-mile-an-hour fastball on the low outside corner. Things looking very promising for the Legends this bottom half of the third. There's a slider. Kornet shimmies to his right to block it. And, of course, misses the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Pasquale. Pasquale appeared as a pinch hitter in last night's game, going 0 for 4 and 0 for 2 rather, and striking out. Knees bent, straightaway stance, middle depth in the box, the 1-2. It's a high fastball. Count moves to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice curveball on the low outside corner, and Pasquale is sat down. He batted the breeze. 2 gone.
Stepping up to the plate, the center fielder, number 26, Colin.
So Pasquale is sat down on swinging strikes. That's strikeout number 3 for Clinton Holland, and he faces the center fielder at the bottom of the order, Colin Ludy. Ludy takes a fastball outside. Tried to get him to chase there, but it misses. 1-0. Ludy 2 for 4 in last night's contest with 2 RBIs. He was hit by a pitch, and he struck out. The 1-0 is a strike on the low inside corner. 1 apiece with 2 gone. Nobody on the bags. Legends leading 11-0 here in the bottom of the third. 1-1. That's fouled off the mask of the home plate umpire, Manny Gonzalez, and he shakes that off. Doesn't even look like it affected him as Holland pats him on the back. Sorry, brother. Ludy at the plate, waiting for Holland to get readjusted as he picked up the rosin bag on the mound. Ludy is a native of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He was scouted initially as a middle infielder who could play both shortstop and second base equally well. was the everyday shortstop for Wabash Valley Junior College as the 1-2 sails outside. Even count 2 apiece. As I said, Ludi was the everyday shortstop and slid over to second base in 2019 at NKU. But he's in center field for the Legends. And he swings and misses at that 2-2 pitch, and the side is retired. Las Leyendas go down in order for the 3rd inning in a row, and that brings the towering Legends back up to bat. They lead it 11-0. Stay tuned. Johnny Sansone will lead things off as we head into the top of the 4th inning. Legends with an 11-0 lead over Las Leyendas. And Sansone takes a ball down low. Zach Hurley still on the mound for Las Leyendas. He came in to close things out after a tumultuous 3rd inning thrown by Sam Burton. As he throws a strike on the outside, 1-1. Burton came out of the game with 1 inning of work. Gave up 4 hits, 6 runs, and a swing and a miss on the 1-1. Burton gave up 6 runs, all of which were earned. He walked 1 and struck out 1. Not much better than the starter Aaron McGeorge, as that one's fouled away. Gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. So tough pitching day for Las Leyendas, but it's been hard to tell if the pitching's really off or the offense is just that good. The 1-2 misses down and away, evens up the count at 2-2. Legends have hit 4 home runs off of Leyendas pitching this evening. There were 2 back in the 3rd. Is there another one here in the 4th? It's going back and over the crush zone. Yes, home run number 5 on the day. This time it's John Sanso. He leads things off with a solo shot, and as he rounds the 3rd base bag and touches home, the score moves to 12-0 Legends. Simply unbelievable. Not only is that the 5th home run of the day, but that's the 2nd leadoff home run. Ben Revere led this game off in the 1st with a solo shot to right field. First pitch to Dalton Kornet is taken low for a ball. 5 Legends players have now hit home runs, and we're not even a third of the way through the 4th inning. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1 to Kornet. Becker's playing in shallow right field. He's the second baseman. 1-1. Off speed, lower third of the zone, good for strike 2. Kornet got to first his last time up in the third on an error by the third baseman Haier. And the 1-2 is smacked hard, deep to right center field. It bounces off the track and off the wall. Extra base is easy for Dalton Kornet. He's rounding the second base bag, a throw into the cutoff, and he slides into the third base bag with plenty of time before the throw got into Haier. And if a home run wasn't enough, there's a triple from Dalton Kornet. And as he's 90 feet away from home plate, he's already scored twice, once in the second and another time in the third. And here's Devin Hairston. Devin Hairston's also scored twice. He had a double and was brought home on a double in the second and hit a 2-run homer back in the third. First pitch to him. Check swing on a fastball, outside edge, good for a called strike 1. Nobody out. Dalton Kornet on third. A great piece of hitting to the wall in right center field. 12-0 Legends here in the top of the fourth. There's an inside changeup, misses the zone, and evens up the count at 1. Kornet taking a short lead off the third base bag. Early comes set and fires. The 1-1 is chopped foul behind home plate. Count is moved to a ball and 2 strikes. Hurley, of course, inherited a pretty bad situation after Ivan DeJesus clobbered a 2-run homer back in the third. So far, he's hit a batter and struck out 2, and the 1-2 pitch is chopped into the bare hand grasp of the Legends' third base coach. Looks like that's P.J. Phillips, manager for the Legends. P.J. Phillips, brother of Brandon Phillips, who arrived here in Lexington on Wednesday. It's been a joy to watch play baseball, and he's been a joy to watch interacting with fans. As the 1-2 skips away from, caught him in the dirt, it's 2-2. Not enough distance on it to bring Dalton Kornet home. Devin Hairston digs back in, gives the plate a couple of taps. He now wields his black bat as Hurley has a pitch. And the 2-2 delivery. He slices this one down the right field line and into the running grasp of Little. Kornet is going to score on that sacrifice fly to right by Devin Hairston. So 1 gone. On a punch to right field by Hairston, that brings up Ben Revere for the 4th time in the game. Reminding you, it is the 4th inning, so he's been up to bat every inning. I mean, I talked a little bit offensive momentum earlier, but my goodness, the Legends have taken it in stride. It's 13-0 right now as the first pitch to Revere nicks the inside edge. An 87-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1. Revere has scored in each inning. Homered in the first, walked in the second, and reached on an error in the third as he swings and misses at an off-speed pitch down and away. 0-2, nobody on the bases, and 1 man out here in the top of the fourth. Becker, second baseman, still playing back a ways. 0-2 swing and a miss. Off speed, down and away again. Doubled up on that changeup, and Ben Revere is sat down on swinging strikes. With that third strikeout on the day for Hurley, here's a tough man to pitch to this evening. Ivan DeJesus. The righty flied out his first time up as he does a little dance on an inside pitch for ball 1. Hit a double to right center field back in the second, brought in 3 runs, and he hit a 2-run homer back in the third. It's the 1-0. It's an off-speed down and away. Nicks the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike now. DeJesus has contributed 5 runs to this 13-0 lead. The Legends hold over Las Leyendas. And there's a check swing on a low changeup. Runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Sun still shining amongst many patches of clouds, especially beyond the outfield wall. Here's an opposite field foul ball well over the wall down the first base line. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But minus the rain a couple hours before the game, it's a beautiful night for baseball here in Lexington in the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside. There's strikeout number 4 for Zach Hurley, and he gets out of the inning. Legends put 2 more on the board and extend their lead to 13-0 over Las Leyendas. They got a lot of work to do, but they'll have a chance as Luke Becker leads things off. Cullen Large, Coltac show in the bottom of the 4th when baseball returns on the Legends Broadcast Network. $13 to nothing is our score. The Legends have a lead over the Las Leyendas as we enter the bottom half of the 4th inning. Luke Becker at the top of the order for Las Leyendas will lead things off. Clinton Holland still on the mound. 4 strikeouts, no hits, no runs, no nothing. As Becker swings and misses at the first pitch, an outside changeup. Holland's been showing great control, excellent velocity, and he deals the 0-1. Fastball missed the lower third of the zone there. Even counted a ball and a strike. Becker 0 for 1 tonight. Struck out looking to lead things off in the first, and a high off-speed pitch misses the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. Las Leyendas have a lot of work to do offensively. Lexington scored 2 in the first, 5 as a breaking ball is lost in the dirt by Clinton Holland, making the count 3-1 to Luke Becker. But as I was saying, Lexington Legends scored 2 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 4 in the third, and another 2 in the fourth. 5 Legends players have hit home runs, the 3-1. There's a fastball just missed, and that's a 5-pitch walk to Luke Becker. That's the first time a member of Las Leyendas has reached base. That's the first walk of the night as well for Clinton Holland, and he now faces Cullen Large. Couple of defensive substitutions. Austin Newman replaces Ellis at third base, as he had a couple innings ago been hit on the elbow. Swinging a hard hit foul ball to the netting down the third base line for strike one. John Sansone replaces Brandon Phillips at second base. However, Phillips presumably is still in the lineup as the designated hitter, as that is where Sansone began. Cullen Large looking at an 0-1 count after fouling the first pitch off. Holland from the stretch. Tries to hang a curveball there, but missed upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield at double play depth with Luke Becker on first. He was walked. Score is 13-0 Legends. And a fastball misses downstairs. And Holland looks at Manny Gonzalez like, come on, man, give me that one. Holland readies up, glove at head level. There is a hard hit ground ball, could be to Sansone. Bobbles the ball on the turnaround, but he throws to first. Good for 1 out. As Luke Becker advances to second on, I suppose they'd call that a fielder's choice, but definitely an errant transfer by Sanso. Well, he had a direct line to his target at first base and made the most out of that botched ground ball. Following Cullen Large is Cole Cottom, the catcher. Holland peeps back to the runner at second. He's got no coverage and delivers the first pitch. It's an Uncle Charlie that misses on the inside. 1 ball, no strikes. As Cole Cottom digs back in, he is 0 for 1 this evening, grounded into a 6-3 to end the first inning. There's a 91-mile-an-hour heater missed up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Cottom adjusts his black batting gloves. He's got a black bat to go with him. 2-0, fastball missed outside, and Holland is not liking the calls made here by Manny Gonzalez. Exchanging a few words with him from the mound. Holland leaning in towards his catcher, Kornet. Got a sign he likes. 3-0. There's ball 4. And we've got some beef on the field. Some words being exchanged by Clinton Holland and Manny Gonzalez. Kornet out there to console Holland. And P.J. Phillips is going to come out to discuss things as well. I'd like to remind our listeners about some weekly promotions happening at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Fridays are now Fry-yays, thanks to the good people at Budweiser. The weekend is finally here, so take a load off with our $2 Bud Light Seltzer specials presented by Budweiser, the king of beers. Boy, a Budweiser sounds good right now. Sunday evening, sun is shining with the family at the ballpark. Pop open a frosty one. What a great Sunday. First pitch to Hire is lifted in the air, and that is gone. So a 3-run shot rather, puts Las Leyendas on the board. They still trail the Legends 13-3, but Cole Cottom, after hitting a grand slam last night, alongside another home run, now hits his 3rd home run in 2 games. So Cole Cottom keeping the vibe alive with a 3-run shot to the roof of the Pepsi party deck. The score is now 13-3 Legends. Sam Little with a ground ball to second base. Sansone misses as it rolls into right field. My mistake, folks. Home run was hit by Luke Hire. Coltac was walked. Driven in on that home run to right by Luke Heyer. There's a check swing on a pitch to Little. Did he go around? Yes, he did, says Bob Power, and an enthusiastic fan. He's being picked up by the crowd microphone. Swing and a miss on the 0-1. Off speed. There's that changeup that's been working nicely for Holland. 13-3 Legends here in the bottom of the fourth. Luke Heyer just hit a 3-run home run, and Sam Little looking at an 0-2 count with one away and the man on the bags. Holland from the stretch. That one's well inside, a fastball. Almost clipped Sam Little. One, two, a chopper, right side, could be two. DeJesus at first, over to second for one. And there's a slip by the covering shortstop, Hairston. He can't get the throw off to first. Rather, that was a double. No, yes. No. My apologies, folks. I'm all over the place this inning. First pitch to Mike Millian, misses outside. Count runs to 1 ball and no strikes. Is smacked. A liner right into the glove of Newman, and the inning is over. 3 runs put on the board by Las Leyendas, and they trail the Legends 13-3. Back in a moment. Top of the 5th inning, led off by the right fielder Matt Whitaker, as the Legends still lead Las Leyendas 13-3. First 3 runs of the game were put on the board by Las Leyendas back in the bottom of the 4th. Early with the first pitch to Whitaker. It's low for a ball. 1-0. Luke Heyer, the third baseman for Las Leyendas, hit a 3-run shot to open up the scoring for Las Leyendas. Here we are, In the top of the fifth, the 1-0 is driven high and deep to left field. Millian going back and makes the catch near the wall, one away. Great read on that ball by Mike Millian.
Stepping up to the plate for the Legends, the second baseman, number 4, Brandon.
So fly ball to left for an easy out, number 1, retires Whitaker and brings up Brandon Phillips. Brandon Phillips has contributed to this 13-3 lead with a home run back in the second. That was a 2-run shot. And a double back in the first. He slowly strolls into the left-handed hitter's box. Digs in. Now wields his black bat gracefully. It's a check swing. Looked like that was... He did not go around. Sounded like it hit a piece of his bat, but nevertheless, it was outside for a ball, 1-0. One gone, nobody on. Infield shifted slightly left. Swing and a miss. Took an early cut at an off-speed pitch outside. The count runs even at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Breaker missed in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike now to Phillips. Again, lots of fans came into the ballpark earlier today sporting Cincinnati Reds gear. There's a man sitting behind the plate with a Brandon Phillips jersey as he grounds this one foul down the first base line, 2-2. A jersey, of course, a combination between a shirt and a jersey. Lots of Reds gear in this audience today. Got a Nick Senzel jersey behind home plate. There's a liner right back up the middle, but finds the glove of Luke Becker at second base, and there's 2 gone. So Whitaker flied out to left. Phillips lined out to second. That's 2 quick outs, bringing up Austin Newman. 2 quick outs, something that the Legends offense has not given these Leyendas at all this game, as the first pitch is taken inside by Newman for ball 1. Newman waits, and the 1-0 is fouled off behind home plate. Even count now, a ball and a strike. Newman replaced Drew Ellis, who was hit on the elbow by a fastball. Newman strikes this one high and deep to right center field. On the run is Little, and he makes the catch near the wall to retire the side. So, Legends go down 1-2-3. They still lead Las Leyendas pretty heftily. 13-3 is our score. Bottom of the fifth coming your way with Pasquale, Ludi, and Luke Becker when baseball returns on the Legends Broadcast Network.
Number 34.
Legends lead Las Leyendas 13-0. Clinton Holland is retired on 4 innings of work today. Gave up 1 hit, but it was a big one. A 3-run homer by Luke Heyer, scoring 3 runs. All of those Holland earned. He walked 2 batters and struck out 4. Robbie Rowland replaces him, 6'6", 215-pound righty out of Toledo, Ohio, and he faces Jorge Pasquale here in the bottom of the 5th. And the first pitch is taken outside for a ball. 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Rowland. Rowland was the 3rd-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks in the 2010 MLB Draft. Working from the stretch, big gap up the infield. Swing and a foul tip. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. 93 miles an hour on that fastball. So we saw 90, 91 mile an hour fastball from Clinton Holland earlier on in the game, and now Rowland's bringing even more heat with 93. We'll see if he moves that number up any. 1 ball, 1 strike to the righty Pasquale. Rowland kicks and fires. That one is lifted to right field. And reaching but not making the catch is Whitaker as he watches it bounce off the wall. Pasquale into second, standing up on a double.
Fans of the Member Series Cricket Union double, $11 will be donated to United Way for the Bluegrass. Now batting for the Leyendas, the center fielder, number 26.
So Pasquale leads it off and puts himself in scoring position on an excellent piece of hitting to right field. That brings up the center fielder, Colin Ludy. Colin Ludy, the right-handed hitter, slight stagger in the stance. 0 for 1 today, struck out swinging to end things in the 3rd. Rowland deals. Curveball tried to hang, or breaking ball rather, tried to hang that one high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ludy readies up. Rowland still discussing things with Kornet. Opportunity to do something here with nobody out and Pasquale on second. Rowland offers. That one skips away from the catcher Kornet, but he's able to grab it in time to hold Pasquale at second. Count moves to a ball and a strike. Righty Colin Ludy at the dish. Rowland with a look back to his runner on second, the 1-1. This is fouled away over the rooftop down the first base line. (13-3) is our score. Legends lead Las Leyendas. Robbie Rowland, the fresh righty on the mound for the Legends. Throws a fastball, a splitter, a curveball, a cut, and a slider. Ball at 2 strikes to Ludy, the pitch. It's fouled back to the netting, and we'll do 1 and 2 all over again. Robbie Rowland is, aside from being a baseball player, he's also a baseball content creator. Gives instructional videos on YouTube, and he also makes TikToks. You can watch his videos on YouTube. I believe his channel's called The Robbie Rowe Show. 1-2 is skied deep to right field. Whitaker is right underneath it with a couple steps to his left, makes the catch, and hucks it into third base to hold Pasquale at second. So a textbook catch and right there by Whitaker retires Ludy and holds up Pasquale at second, and Luke Becker comes back up to bat. He's at the top of the order for Las Leyendas. Becker readies up. working from the stretch. He comes set, glove at the chest. And the first pitch to Becker. This is line to left center field. Aikens darting after it. He makes the catch. And looking on cautiously is Jorge Pasquale, who has not been able to advance to third on either the fly ball to right field caught by Whitaker and thrown back in mightily, or that fly ball to left caught by Aikens on the run, who had a direct line to the cutoff. And if Pasquale would have headed for third, he would have certainly been caught in a pickle. And with Hairston and Newman guarding him, he certainly doesn't want that. So 2 gone, 1 man on here in the bottom of the 5th. 13-3, Legends lead Las Leyendas. The first pitch to Cullen Large is a called strike. A fastball on the inside. 0-1. Lefty readies up. Bobby Rowland has a pitch. Pasquale teasing him a bit with a leadoff second, and the 0-1 pitch misses up and in. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Bobby Rowland taking his time, now comes set. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch. Swung on line hard into the stands, down third base. That was a rocket. He's lucky nobody was in that seat. My goodness, that was a scary foul ball. Baseball's a game like that. The pace can change at any minute. Always got to be on your toes. That doesn't go for just the guys in the field. Ball 2 strikes with 2 gone. Rolling with the delivery. Called strike 3, low and inside, and that'll do it here in the 5th inning. Cullen Large is sat down. So Las Leyendas strand a runner on second, and they still trail the Legends 13-3. Legends back up to bat when baseball returns on the Legends Broadcast Network. Nick Aikens leads things off here in the top of the sixth for the Legends, who lead Las Leyendas 13-3. They got the bats rolling early on in this game. Last inning was the first time that they didn't score, but here is a rocket of a line drive to center field. Ludi comes underneath, makes the catch for a quick out number one on the first pitch there. That should help the new pitcher on the mound for Las Leyendas. That's Henry Owens. Henry Owens, the lefty. Owens in his last appearance went 1 inning. Gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts in a row. So he was called in, he did his job, and he got out of there. He now faces the righty John Sansone. The first pitch to him, a fastball, runs high at 90 miles an hour. Sansone, his last time up, hit a home run. That was back in the 4th. He is one of 5 different Legends players to hit a home run today. Right-handed hitter, closed off stance facing the lefty Owens, who kicks and fires from the stretch. Changeup misses high and away for ball 2. One man out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th as the Legends lead 13-3. The 2-0 is fouled back behind home plate and off the top of the suite. There's some reactions, some applause from the crowd. It's directly to the right of us. Can't see exactly what happened. Somebody caught it barehanded off the glass. So a pretty impressive snag by a fan there, and the count moves to 2 balls and a strike to John Sansone. Sansone, besides hitting the home run, flied out twice. 2-1 off speed, misses the zone. And the count moves to 3-1. Henry Owens, hunched in towards his catcher, caught him. Now comes set. Glove at the chest. A kick and a fire. The 3-1. It's a fastball high. And there's a 5-pitch walk to John Sansone.
Stepping into the plate for the Legends, the catcher, number 3, Dalton Kornet.
So Sansone is walked to first. Dalton Kornet, the catcher, takes his place in the batter's box. Now a lefty-lefty matchup. Owens on the mound. Henry Owens, the pitcher, was the first-round pick by Boston in 2011. As he hurls a breaking ball over Kornet's head, it allows Sanso to advance to second. They're going to rule that a wild pitch, and Kornet looks at a 1-0 count. Kornet has reached base 3 times. He was walked in the second, reached on an error by the third baseman Higher in the third, and tripled his last time up in the 4th. That one's fouled away over the rooftop down the third baseline. One's all across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away. 13-3 our score in favor of the Legends here in the top of the 6th. Owens with the 1-1 offering. Fastball misses outside and low for a ball. It's 2-1. Dalton Kornet, one of many Kentucky natives on this Legends roster. He calls his hometown Manchester, Kentucky. And he attended Alice Lloyd College. 2-1 delivery. Fastball low and outside again. Misses the zone. 3 balls and a strike. John Sansone on second base, waiting patiently to be driven home. Or at the very least, advance to third. Owens with the 3-1. There's a fastball outside. It's another 5-pitch walk. Dalton Kornet takes first base.
Back to the Legends, the shortstop, number 1, Devin.
Here's another guy who's been quite a slugger for the Legends this evening. That's the shortstop and Lexington native Devin Hairston. Now, every time Hairston has come up to bat this evening, he has driven in at least a 1 run. An RBI double back in the second as he takes a first pitch strike, a changeup down the middle. In the third inning, he hit a 2-run home run, and he had a sacrifice fly to right field in the fourth to drive in Dalton Kornet. Kornet on first, John Sansone on second, and the 0-1. There's strike 2 on an off-speed, this time to the outside. Legends leading Las Leyendas 13-3. The partial contribution from the man at the plate, the shortstop, Devin Hairston. Knees slightly bent. A small stagger in his stance on the right side. Wielding the bat, Owens with the 0-2. Swing and a miss. It's a 3-pitch swinging strikeout. It's a foul tip, rather, that retires Devin Hairston for out number 2. That is Henry Owens' first strikeout, and that'll bring up the man at the top of the order for the Legends, Ben Revere. Revere also a significant contributor to the Legends' offensive prowess this evening, as he led this game off with a solo shot to right field. And here's the first pitch to him. That is well behind him, and both runners advance to second and third. Coltac going to exchange baseballs with the home plate umpire, Manny Gonzalez. As the count moved to a ball and no strikes on that wild pitch by Henry Owens. Owens leaning in towards Cottam. Now a look over to the runner, John Sansone, on third base, and Owens comes set. Now the 1-0. Fastball high in the zone for a called strike 1. 2 men out, 2 men on, both in scoring position as the Legends looking to extend their 13-3 lead over Las Leyendas with Ben Revere, the center fielder, at the plate. Owens with the 1-1 offering. There's a fastball. Nicks the outside corner for strike 2. Revere struck out swinging his last time up. That was in the fourth. Got to first base on an error by the center fielder Ludi in the third. Walked in the second. And, of course, hit that opening solo homer in the first. The 1-2. There's an opposite field line drive foul down the third base line. 1-2 remains the count to Ben Revere. One of quite a few former major leaguers that have found their way onto the Legends roster for this Battle of the Bourbon Trail. One of those men, Ivan De Jesus Jr., is on deck. The 1-2 pitch. This is lifted high in the air, deep to right field. Little watches it fly onto the Pepsi party deck roof, and there's home run number 2 on the night for center fielder Ben Revere. Unbelievable. Another 3-run shot. Extends the Legends' lead 15-3. And the home run parade continues. Ben Revere sparkling this evening.
Now batting for the Legends, the first baseman, number 15, Ivan De Jesus Jr.
So here's Ivan DeJesus Jr., who's also hit a home run himself as he takes a changeup inside for ball one. Righty-lefty matchup, Owens deals. Swinging a hard hit line drive into the diving glove of Webb Little to retire the side. Sort of did a halfway somersault to retrieve that one, and the inning is over. Ivan DeJesus lines out. Ben Revere with his second home run of the night, a 3-run shot to right field, extends the Legends lead over Las Leyendas 16-3. Bottom of the 6th inning when we return. Legends baseball back in a moment on the Legends Broadcast Network. Ben Revere with a 3-run shot to right field extended the Legends lead over Las Leyendas 16-3 as we roll into the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading things off for Las Leyendas is the catcher Coltac, and he takes a big hack and a miss at the first pitch, a 92-mile-an-hour fastball outside from Robbie Rowland. Robbie Rowland only gave up a double and struck out Cullen Large as he came into the game back in the 5th. Replaced Clinton Holland, who had 4 innings of work, earned 3 runs with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. 4th inning was kind of tough for Holland as another big swing and a miss from Luke Heyer at the 0-1. Runs the count to 0-2. Big gap up the middle of the infield. Hairston really enjoying that spot near third base. Rowland working from the stretch, and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled, back to the screen. Nothing at 2 the count on the righty, Coltac. who walked his last time up and was driven in on that Luke Heyer home run. Rolling with the pitch. Fastball upstairs, misses the zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is Cotham's 3rd plate appearance of the night. His first time up in the first inning, he ended things by grounding into a 6-3 putout. Rolling comes set, glove at the chest. And now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Cut at that one late, and he bats the breeze. 1 away. Strikeout number 2 on the night for Robbie Rowland. Again, he's been keeping the fastball velocity up. And he's been controlling his stuff very well. So as Cottam has sat down on swinging strikes, here's the third baseman Heyer, who was last time up. Put the only 3 Leyendas runs on the board with a shot to right field. Rowland delivers the first pitch. Swinging a foul and a chip of the bat. Traveled halfway down the third base line. It's 0-1. I'd like to remind our listeners and watchers of our weekly promotions here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Wednesdays, 25-cent hot dogs, sponsored by Kentucky Coal Association. Hot dogs are 25 cents all game long. So put off doing laundry for one more day. Put those quarters to better use. Coming out to the ballpark and grabbing a hot dog. Nothing like watching a baseball game and knocking out a couple of hot dogs. 16-3 our score. The righty Luke Heyer just retrieved a new bat from Las Leyendas dugout down the first base line. Robbie Rowland from the stretch with the 0-1. Fastball misses upstairs. One's all across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away. One. There's an off-speed outside. Misses the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike, and the delivery. Swing and a huge miss. On a fastball inside, count evens up at 2-2. One away, nobody on the bag. 16-3. Legends leading Las Leyendas. Robbie Rowland taking his time in between pitches, carefully selecting what he's going to throw. 2-2. Fastball upstairs, fouled back behind home plate, and the 2-2 tango will be danced again. Luke Heyer at the plate, homered his last time up and struck out looking back in the second. Knees bent, straightaway stance in the middle of the batter's box on the right side. 2-2. Swing and a huge miss at an outside fastball. Second strikeout in a row, and the third on the night for Robbie Rowland. So 2 gone on consecutive swinging strikeouts. Let's see if the right fielder Sam Little can switch up the mojo. Lefty-righty matchup. Rolling, glove at the chest, kicks and deals. Off speed, misses a touch high and runs the count. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss. Started with the cut early, and it evens up the count at a ball and a strike. 93 miles an hour on that heater upstairs from Robbie Rowland. Two gone, nobody on. 16-3 Legends here in the bottom of the 6th. Rowland wheels and deals. Check swing on a fastball that missed a touch up and away. Sam Little at the plate. Reached on an error by Sansone back in the 4th. Flied out to left field back in the 2nd. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Another late swing and a high fastball. The count is evened up at 2-2. Sun beginning to set as the clock reads 7:30 approximately. Two-two offering. Fastball misses high. Rowland didn't like that one. Count runs to 3-2. Payoff pitch. There's ball 4. And Little is walked. That's the first time a player has reached base this inning. And the first time a Leyendas player has reached base since back in the 5th, where Jorge Pasquale led off with a double. Colin Luty followed him in the batting order, flied out. Luke Becker flied out, and Cullen Large ended the inning on a looking strikeout. So Sam Little aboard. Let's see if his brother Webb Little can do some work. First pitch. Breaker inside, misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Rolling from the stretch. There's a high chopper, fair territory. Rowland grabs it on the hop, on the run, and steps on the bag. And the side is retired. Legends strand 1. Leyendas strand 1. And they still trail the Legends 16-3. Bottom of the 6th. Top of the 7th, rather, coming up when Legends Baseball returns on the Legends Broadcast Network.
Whitaker.
Matt Whitaker leading things off in the top of the 7th as the Legends lead Las Leyendas 16-3. Last time the Legends were up to bat, Ben Revere smoked a 3-run homer as Whitaker takes a first pitch strike on the inside from Robbie Ross Jr., new pitcher on the mound for Las Leyendas. Left-handed pitcher, of course, another man with major league experience. There's a breaker outside, evening up the count at a ball and a strike. Ross spent 5 years in the major leagues from 2012 to 2017 with the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. The 1-1. Swung on, grounded sharply to shortstop. Webb Little botches the grab as it rolls past him, and that's an error, awarding first base to Matt Whitaker, the leadoff man here in the top of the 7th. That's the 3rd error committed by Las Leyendas defense this evening. So an E6 on the scorecard, and Brandon Phillips, the designated hitter, steps into the batter's box. First pitch. There's a nice breaking ball, low and inside, but it missed a touch for ball 1. Phillips, one of the 5 players on the Legends tonight who has hit a home run. That was back in the 2nd. It was a 2-run shot. The 1-0. Check swing on one downstairs. That's a called strike 1. Evens up the count. (16-3) is our score. Here in the top of the 7th with the man on, Ross Jr. Swinging a hard-hit ground ball. It rolls right past the third baseman into left field. Whitaker at second base and Brandon Phillips aboard at first. It's the first hit given up by Robbie Ross Jr. this evening, and he faces Austin Newman up to bat next. Newman came into this game in the 3rd inning after Drew Ellis was hit on the elbow with a pitch. First one of Newman is fouled off. It skipped off the mask of Coltac. It's behind the dish. Newman struck out swinging his first time up in the 3rd and flied out to right field to end the top of the 5th. Robbie Ross Jr. comes set. Now the 0-1. The fastball finds the lower 3rd down the middle for strike 2. Seeing a lot of low 90s velocity from Legends pitchers, and now Robbie Ross Jr. for Las Leyendas as he peeps back to second and now delivers a high breaking ball that misses. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Austin Newman, the righty at the plate, facing the lefty, Robbie Ross. Wields his red bat above his shoulders, the 1-2. It's fouled back behind home plate, and the 1-2 count remains. Newman out of Cincinnati, Ohio, stands at 5'10", 185 pounds. Attended Wilmington College in Ohio. In his career at Wilmington, he triple line slashed .331, 400, and 545. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the offering. Swung on and grounded weakly down the third base line. Heyer will step on the bag and fire over to first for a double play. Phillips advances to second on the fielder's choice. Whitaker and Newman called out on that play, and there are 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. Nick Aikens, the right-handed hitter, slightly knees bent stance in towards the plate. Ross deals the first pitch, a swing and a miss at a fastball right down Main Street for strike one. Aikens' flight out to center is last time up in the sixth. He struck out swinging twice and was walked in the first. Upright stance from the right-hander, and the lefty Ross deals a strike number two. Called on the outside. There's another fastball. Two gone. Brandon Phillips on second. Legends leading Las Leyendas 16-3. Legends far out hitting Las Leyendas 13-3. Swing and a miss at the 0-2 pitch, and the side is retired. Brandon Phillips stranded aboard at second, and Las Leyendas will come up to bat for the bottom of the seventh. And baseball returns here in Lexington in just a few moments. Bottom of the seventh at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Legends lead Las Leyendas 16-3, and Robbie Rowland is relieved by Cam Hatch, who last appeared on the mound for the Legends on Thursday, August 20th. Got a third of an inning of work, no hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned. He walked 3 and struck out none. And the first batter he faces is the left fielder Mike Millian, who takes the ball outside 1-0. Millian 0 for 2 this evening, grounded into a 6-3 put out in the third and lined out to third base in the fourth. The 1-0 is a fastball, misses down and away for strike two or ball 2. The 2-0 is another fastball down and away. He really wants that outside corner. The count runs to 3 balls and no strikes. Mike Millian, the St. Louis, Missouri native, attended Christian Brothers College High School. The 3-0. Swinging a foul tip. It rolls back to the backstop to move the count to 3-1. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Legends up 16-3. The 3-1 pitch. There's ball 4 on the inside, and it's a 5-pitch walk to Mike Millian to get things started here in the bottom of the 7th.
Stepping up to the plate for Leyendas, the first baseman, number 34, Jorge Pasquale.
So with Millian aboard, here's Jorge Pasquale at first base this evening. First pitch to him is a curveball that bends into the lower third of the zone for a called strike 1. Hatch comes set. Another curveball, doubled up there, but missed outside to even up the count at 1-1. One delivery. One bounces off the knee pad of the catcher Kornet, advancing Mike Millian to second base. There was not a whole lot he could do about that one. That was a hot fastball, down and in. So the count is 2-1. Millian aboard at second. Nobody out in the pitch. This is skied to right center field. Revere coming in on it, drops the ball on the run. Millian advances to third. Revere was backed up by Whitaker there, who threw it towards the infield as Pasquale is aboard at first. Will likely flash the hit there. That was a tough grab for Revere indeed. So it's a single for Jorge Pasquale. Now runners on the corners. Millian at third, and here's the center fielder Colin Ludi at the plate. The pitch. First one to him is a curveball downstairs. Finds the zone, 0-1. Cam Hatch really likes that first pitch curveball. Hasn't necessarily led to him being ahead in the count, but it's well commanded, especially on that lower third when it's thrown as the first pitch. And after Manny Gonzalez wipes some dirt away from the plate, play will resume as Cam Hatch leans into Kornet. 0-1 from the stretch. Another curveball. That finds the zone, this time mid-level and outside. For a 0-2 count to Colin Ludi. Ludi, the right-handed hitter, is 0 for 2 this evening. 0-2. Swung on and fouled hard towards the sweeps down first base, and the count remains 0-2. Ludi, as I said, is 0 for 2 this evening. He flied out to right in the 5th and struck out swinging to end the 3rd. 16-3 our score. Legends leading Las Leyendas. Runners on the corners, nobody out. The 0-2. This is popped up foul. Near us in the press box here behind home. Ludi battles a 2-strike count. And the lights come on here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark as the clock approaches 8 p.m. Sun beginning to set, giving the clouds a darker tint. This one is smacked high and deep to left field. Aikens on the run near the corner makes the catch. Millian tags up and he will head home to score run number 4 for Las Leyendas. On a sacrifice fly by the center fielder Colin Ludi. Colin Luty flies out to left for out number 1. That'll bring up Luke Becker at the top of the order for Las Leyendas. First pitch to him is a fastball down and in for ball 1. 16-4 our score now as Mike Millian came in on that sac fly. Righty Luke Becker at the plate, and he takes a curveball that missed the back door a touch. 2 balls and no strikes. Becker flied out to left his last time up in the 5th. Walked and scored in the 4th and struck out looking in the 1st, and the 2-0 is lifted high in the air but foul down the right field line. He takes his helmet off, wipes the sweat from his brow. He's got a 2-toned bat. He's got, so it looks like some grip tape on the handle, but it's naturally colored as it heads up to the barrel and turns into black. And this is a bloop shot. Will get down in right field, advancing Pasquale to second. And it's a nice little bloop shot single for Luke Becker here in the 7th inning. So Becker at first, Pasquale at second, and Cullen Large, the designated hitter, makes his way into the batter's box as he adjusts the brim of his blue Lex helmet. He's got the brace on his left ankle. Righty-lefty matchup. Cam Hatch from the stretch with the first pitch. Swinging a weak ground ball just fair down the third base line. A step on the bag for 1 and a bounce throw over to first. 2, a double play, ends the inning. So Large grounds into that 5-3 double play. Top of the 8th inning coming your way. Legends up to bat with John Sanso, Dalton Kornet, Devin Harrison. They lead Las Leyendas 16-4. Baseball back in a moment. Don't go away. Robbie Ross Jr. is relieved by Michael Coltac, the righty, as the Legends lead Las Leyendas 16-4. Here in the top of the 8th inning. John Sanso leading things off. Ross got in an inning of work with only 1 hit and a strikeout. First pitch to Sansone is a ball. Off speed misses upstairs, 1-0. Coltac in his last appearance got 2 innings of work under his belt. 1 hit, 2 runs, both of which were earned as the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed to even up the count. Those 2 earned runs came off the 10th inning walk-off homer by Brandon Phillips in the sudden death 10th as the 1-1 misses high for a ball, 2-1. John Sanso, the right-handed hitter with a closed-off stance at the plate. The 2-1, a fastball at 87 miles an hour, misses high and away for ball 3. Sansone walked and scored back in the 6th, hit a home run to lead things off in the 4th, and he's flied out a couple of times. The 3-1 misses well inside, and it's a 5-pitch walk with John Sansone leading things off here in the 8th. Michael Coltac, the righty on the mound, is from Columbus, Ohio, 27 years old, attended Georgetown College. Total of 12 2/3 innings pitched this season with 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 5 walks, and 18 strikeouts with an ERA of 1.54. Here's the first pitch to the lefty, Dalton Kornet, who takes a first pitch strike on the inside. It was a breaking ball. Dalton Kornet has scored 4 runs this evening. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Took an early swing at that inside breaker, and the count is quickly 0-2. Walked and scored last inning, hit a triple and scored in the 4th. Got on with an error in the 3rd as he swings and misses again. 3 straight strikes as Kornet bats the breeze, who walked and scored in the 2nd. First strikeout for Michael Coltac. So John Sansone on first, 1 away, and 16-4 in favor of the Legends here in the 8th. Coltac, the righty, working from the stretch. The first pitch to the righty, Devin Hairston, sails way high and away for ball 1. Hairston struck out swinging his last time up in the 6th. Had a sac fly to drive in Kornet back in the 4th. As he chops this one foul behind the plate, evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Hairston homered back in the 3rd. He doubled and scored his first time up in the 2nd. One's all across the board for the Lexington native Hairston. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away. And the pitch. This is a weak fly ball to right field. Gets down in front of Little on the run. Sansone advances to second as the throw is a bit wild, but nobody will advance, and Hairston is aboard with a nice bloop shot here in the 8th. Now here's a guy who has been all over the place hitting-wise tonight. His last time up in the 6th, he hit a home run. Also hit a home run back in the 1st. This is Ben Revere, the center fielder. 1 away, 2 men on. Coltac, the righty, delivering to the lefty Revere. The fastball inside for a called strike 1. Ben Revere has also struck out swinging. That was back in the 4th. Got on board due to an error by the center fielder Ludi, as he takes a curveball inside for a ball. Revere walked and scored in the 2nd as well. Coltac from the stretch with the 1-1. Off-speed misses high for ball 2. Legends leading Las Leyendas 16-4 here in the top of the 8th as Revere looks to work some magic with Sansone at second and Hairston at first. Just swinging a grounder up the middle, right back to Coltac. He goes to second for 1, over to first, 2, a double play. And any offensive momentum the Legends might have been building up is thwarted by a great play and a reaction by Michael Coltac. They still lead Las Leyendas 16-4. Leyendas back up to bat when we return with Cole Cottom, Luke Heyer, and Sam Little on the Legends Broadcast Network. Legends lead Las Leyendas 16-4 as we roll into the bottom half of the 8th inning. Cam Hatch is relieved on the hill for the Legends by the lefty Alex Hamilton. Alex Hamilton, another Kentucky native, as there are many on these two rosters. He's from Jackson, Kentucky, and attended Eastern Kentucky University. He faces the righty Cole Cottom as his first matchup. And the first pitch is a slow-moving curveball into the inner half of the zone for strike one. 66 miles an hour on the gun. That's what they call an ephus pitch. Cole Cottom, calm and composed on the right side. A swing and a miss. And a pitch about 10 miles an hour faster at 76 to the outside. Cole Cottom, the catcher, swung early on that. I just don't think he or anybody on this lineup tonight is used to a pitch of that speed, and he is called out on strike number 3 to the outside. So the velocities went 66, 76, and 86 to sit down Cole Cottom, the catcher. That's the second time he's struck out this evening. And he's followed by the third baseman, Luke Heyer. Alex Hamilton, the lefty, facing the righty, Luke Heyer. The first pitch to him. Check swing on a fastball inside. He did go around, says Bob Power, who's positioned down the first base line. It's 0-1. So a great start to things by Alex Hamilton, who's thrown at 9 2/3 innings so far this season. He's given up 8 hits, 9 runs, 8 of which were earned, as the 0-1 just whizzes past Luke Heyer on the inside. Almost grazed him there. And the count evens up at a ball and a strike. Hamilton's walked 7 batters and struck out 9. 1-1. Curveball nicks the outside corner. Slow moving that time, and the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Hairs got a pair of strikeouts, but he also opened up the scoring for Las Leyendas when he hit a three-run homer back in the 4th. The 1-2 pitch. This is lined hard to left field. That'll get down for a base hit, and with 1 away, Luke Hairs finds himself at first base.
Not batting, the right fielder, number 31, Sam Little.
So here is Sam Little, the right fielder. Lefty-lefty matchup now. Hamilton now working from the stretch. And the first offering is a fastball that just misses on the outside edge. Little walked his last time up in the 6th. He got aboard on an error in the 4th. Check swing on the 1-0. He did not go around on that low fastball to move the count to 2-0. And his first time up, Little flied out to left field. 2-0, fastball on the lower third. That's where he wanted that last pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Newman comes set, glove at the chest, and he kicks and fires the 2-1. It's tipped back to the screen, and the count's even now at 2-2. $16-4 is our score. Legends leading Las Leyendas here in the bottom of the 8th. Hamilton from the stretch, kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Nice curveball. Broke to the outside of the zone. There's strikeout number 2. Sam Little bats the breeze. So Luke Hairs remains aboard at first, and Orveo Saint makes his first plate appearance as he came into the game last inning, replacing Webb Little at shortstop. Webb Little exits the game with 2 groundouts, and he reached base on an error as the first pitch, 64-mile-an-hour curveball, misses the outside. And the count is 1-0 to Orveo Saint. Hamilton, the lefty, facing the righty. 1-0 is skied to right field, and it drops foul onto the rooftop of the stables. Orveo Saint, 6'2", 190 pounds. One delivery. Another curveball. That works for him on the outside again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hairs takes a lead off the first base bag. He's not covered by DeJesus. 1-2. Off-speed misses down and away. 2's all across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 gone. Hamilton comes set with the glove at the chest. He kicks and fires. Called strike 3. Breaking ball low and outside. Strikeout number 3 for Alex Hamilton. 16-4, Legends over Leyendas. And the top of the 9th is coming your way with Ivan DeJesus, Matt Whitaker, and Brandon Phillips when Legends Baseball returns on Prep Spin and the Legends Broadcast Network. Welcome back into Whitaker Bank Ballpark. Andrew Murphy with you on the mic. 16-4 Legends as we enter the top half of the ninth inning. Ivan DeJesus will lead things off, and new pitcher on the mound for Las Leyendas. That's Lincoln Hensman, who regularly shows up in a Legends uniform, but tonight has put on Las Leyendas jersey. Hensman, the righty, throws a two-seam fastball. Expect mid-90s velocity from him. 92 miles an hour on the first one to DeJesus is taken outside for a ball. Hensman, who attended the University of Louisville, was the fourth-round pick by the Chicago White Sox in the 2017 MLB Draft in the 1-0. Off speed, finds the outside edge, evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Ivan DeJesus, the first baseman at the plate, he has lined out, struck out, hit a homer, hit a double, and flied out. There's a weak liner back up the middle. Second baseman Becker with the glove on it, and the throw is not there in time. It's a tough play to make on the run for Becker anyway, and he would have been extremely lucky if he had gotten the thrown off. So Ivan DeJesus, safe at first with a single to lead things off in the top of the ninth. That brings up the right fielder, Matt Whitaker. Lights beginning to take fuller effect here as the sun sets and gives an orange, pinkish tint to some of these clouds that have otherwise been dark all day. Hensman, the righty, readies up from the stretch. Now the first pitch. It's an off-speed that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-0. As Whitaker adjusts his royal blue batting gloves, looks into the barrel of his cupped black bat. Ivan DeJesus has a short lead off the first base bag with no coverage. Nobody out here in the top of the ninth, 16-4 Legends. As that fastball finds a piece of the top of the bat and rolls to the backstop. It's a foul ball, 1-1. Whitaker got aboard his last time up in the seventh on an error by the shortstop. Flied out to left in the fifth, was hit by a pitch in the third, and grounded out both in the second and the first. He readies up now, in towards the plate on the left side, straightaway stance. Hensman deals. When it's swung on inside, it's foul. That hit the handle of the bat. That's got to rattle the hands a bit. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Lefty Matt Whitaker at the plate, outside of the box at the moment. He's readjusting himself, keeping him loose with a couple of practice swings. And he digs back in, gives the plate a tap. Now hoists the bat over his left shoulder as he's hunched in his straightaway stance. Ball and 2 strikes, and the delivery. It's a fastball, 93 miles an hour near his head. Evens up the count at 2-2. Peter Bocchino has replaced Brandon Phillips in the lineup, who would regularly be on deck with Whitaker at the plate, but now it's Bocchino. 2-2 is lifted in the air to straightaway center field. Ludi going back, and that one takes a hop off the wall. Extra bases for sure as DeJesus advances to third, and Whitaker's in there with a double.
Bocchino.
16-4 Legends here in the top of the ninth as they've put 2 runners in scoring position. Matt Whitaker just hit a double to straightaway center field. Ivan DeJesus got on with a single to lead things off, and he came around to third on the Whitaker double. So in place of Brandon Phillips, who has had a quite successful night, it's Peter Bocchino at the plate, rather. Swings and misses at a low fastball for strike one. Aquino appeared in the game last night. He went 0 for 1 while pinch hitting for Ivan De Jesus Jr. 0-1 delivery. Off speed towards his head, up and in. Moves the count to 1-1. Phillips went 3 for 5 this evening. Had a double his first time up and scored. Hit a home run back in the second. Flied out, lined out, and singled his last time up in the seventh. And Aquino takes a cut and misses at the 1-1 on the outside. It's 1-2. Aquino will likely replace Sansone at second base. Unless, of course, Sansone retains his designated hitter spot. And there's a called strike 3 on the outside. One away. First strikeout for Lincoln Hensman. That'll add to his season total, now 9. After roughly half a season of play here during the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. Here's Austin Newman, right-handed hitter who came into the game replacing Drew Ellis. Third base earlier. First pitch fastball, low and away. Fooled Aquino on that one a couple of times in the last matchup. But Newman might have him figured out on that pitch. We'll see what he throws for the 1-0. It's the same one. Missed even further away from the plate and moves the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Newman so far has struck out swinging. That was in the third. Flied out to right to end the fifth. And the top half of the fifth, rather. Grounded into a double play in the seventh, and he chops this one over the head of the shortstop. A run's going to score. That's De Jesus as Millian picks it up and swiftly guns it into the infield. So the Legends extend their lead now 17-4 on an RBI single by Austin Newman. That is Austin Newman's 3rd RBI and his 5th hit on the season. One away, runners on the corners, and here's the first pitch to Nick Aikens. This is the zone for a ball, 1-0. Whitaker at third. De Jesus was driven home. Newman on first, and Aikens at the plate. Upright stance. Not a whole lot of bend at the knees. As he chops this one to the left side, third baseman Higher puts the glove on it to second for 1. A bouncer to first, gets past the glove of Pasquale. It was a low throw, and a run came home there, extending the lead 18-4 Legends. (18-4) Legends. Most of the scoring has come from home runs this evening for the Lexington Legends. Ben Revere with 2 home runs. Ivan De Jesus with 1. Brandon Phillips with a homer. John Sansone with a homer. Devin Hairston with a homer. It's 5 players tonight who have hit the long ball. So Aikens is aboard at first. As here's a ground ball over to third, and a bouncer past the first baseman on the throw again. And as such, Aikens will advance to second. John Sansone will advance to second, rather. I'll fill in my scorecard here. So a single and a throwing error advances John Sansone to second base and puts Nick Aikens on third.
Dalton Kornet.
Here's Dalton Kornet, the left-handed hitting catcher. Lefty-righty matchup, and the first pitch is waved at and missed for strike 1. Kornet struck out swinging his last time up, but he's crossed the plate 4 times this evening. 0-1 the pitch. That's waved at and missed again on the outside this time. 0-2. 2 gone, 2 men on the bags, both in scoring position as the Legends have a hefty 18-4 lead over Las Leyendas here in the top of the 9th. Hensman with the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a hard hit line drive. Rolls into right field. That'll score a run. Nick Aikens crosses the plate. And it's 19-4 Legends. Sansone heads to third on that RBI single hit by the catcher Dalton Kornet. Nick Aikens with the run. 19-4 Legends, my goodness. And rounding out the order for the Lexington Legends is Devin Hairston, the shortstop. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Heater, 93 miles an hour, low and outside. Hairston singled his last time up. One of the 5 home run hitters. Hit one back in the third. 0-1, 94 miles an hour. Misses up and away, evening up the count at a ball and a strike. Hairston struck out swinging back in the 6th. He had a sac fly and drove in Dalton Kornet in the 4th. Homered in the 3rd. Doubled and scored on a double in the 2nd as he fouls that one back over the rooftop. A ball and 2 strikes now to the Lexington native, former Tates Creek Commodore, and Milwaukee Brewers prospect, Devin Hairston. Hairston last played in the Southern League with the Double-A Biloxi Shuckers. Runners on the corners, 2 away. The 1-2 is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway right field. Little with an easy setup and a catch near the track for out number 3. 19-4 is our score. The Legends with a towering lead over Las Leyendas as they have maintained all game. They're 3 outs away from taking the win and the series here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark between the 2 home teams. Baseball back in a few moments. Don't go away. Bottom of the ninth starts now at Whitaker Bank Ballpark as the Legends lead Las Leyendas 19-4. Mike Millian will lead things off. Alex Hamilton exited the game with 1 inning of work, only 1 hit, and struck out 3 batters. So great job there by Hamilton. He's replaced by the righty Spencer Bivens, who throws the first pitch. It's a fastball that misses low for a ball. Bivens, 6'5", 205 pounds. Hometown of State College, Pennsylvania, which I believe is the location of Penn State University. He attended Rogers State University, the 1-0. Curveball bends into the lower third of the zone nicely for a called strike 1. In Bivens' last appearance, he worked 1 inning, giving up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Great job there by the reliever as this one is skied high in infield territory. Sansone sets up shop underneath and makes the catch. 1 away. Mike Millian is followed by a replacement for Jorge Pasquale in the lineup. That's Ronnie Engelmann.
Number 7, Ronnie Engelmann.
Pasquale exits this game having gone 2 for 3 this evening with a single, a double, and a swinging strikeout. Ronnie Engelmann stands at 5'11", 185 pounds, out of Mason, Ohio. It's a suburb of Cincinnati, and he takes the first pitch outside, a breaking ball, a called strike 1. Engelmann waits. 0-1 pitch, another breaking ball, bends into the lower third. The count moves to 0-2. Bivens getting his money's worth out of that curveball. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a huge miss on a fastball up and away. And there's out number 2 here in the bottom of the ninth. Bivens is 1 out away from closing out this 19-4 lead that the Legends hold over Las Leyendas. Man, they have been towering over Las Leyendas for the entire game. They've scored in every inning except the 5th, the 7th, and the 8th. Bivens, the righty, now facing the righty Ludi. Colin Ludi takes a breaking ball low and away for ball 1. Ludi sack flied to left his last time up. He takes a fastball high, ball 2. Flied out to right back in the 5th and struck out swinging back in the 3rd. 19-4 Legends, 2 out, nobody on. The 2-0. Fastball sails past Ludi high for ball 3. Infield shifted left for the right-handed hitting Colin Ludi, who takes ball 4 and a breaking ball downstairs.
Stepping up to the plate for the Leyendas, the second baseman, number 2, Luke Becker.
So a 4-pitch walk places Colin Ludi on first base, and Luke Becker at the top of the order for Las Leyendas. Steps up to the plate. Off-speed misses down and away for a called ball 1. Becker, the UK Wildcat, singled his last time up. That was in the 7th. Line out to left in the 5th. 1-0. Fastball taken low for ball 2. Becker was walked, and he scored on that Luke Heyer home run in the 4th. And his first time up, he struck out looking. That was to lead things off for the Leyendas in the 1st. 2-0, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Sansone scoops it up, and a toss to first will do it. The Legends take a 19-4 lead over Las Leyendas. The Legends had been offensively strong this entire game. Scoring 2 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 4 in the third, 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 6th, and 3 in the top of the 9th. Really secured things for them. The long ball was the name of the game tonight. Ben Revere got it done twice. Ivan De Jesus with a homer. Brandon Phillips with a homer. John Sansone, Devin Hairston. Ben Revere certainly gets the MVP award tonight, though, with Total of 4 runs. He struck out once, 2 homers. It's a great offensive effort by Ben Revere tonight. The Legends take the series between the 2 home teams 2-1. So with this series concluding and the week of baseball concluding, both sets of teams in Lexington and Florence will take 2 days off on Monday and Tuesday. And we will return here at Whitaker Bank Ballpark to begin Game 1 of a 2-game series versus the Freedom and Las Leyendas. First pitch is on Wednesday the 26th at 6:45 p.m. And you can catch all the action right here on PrepSpin.com and the Legends Broadcast Network. View the broadcast through the Legends Twitter or Facebook page. You can also find the Legends on Periscope. So the final score, 19-4 Legends. They win the game on 20 hits, committed no errors in the field. Leyendas with 6 hits and 3 errors. That's going to do it for us here at the Legends Broadcast Network. For everybody here in the booth, I'm Andrew Murphy signing off. Have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow.